Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Pirates will kick it away to start. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now. You expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Calls his own number. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So after the first down run, here's second down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's Hauser. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Pirates will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Wide open downfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw at Shager. He wants to take the top off. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
Got him downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, ECU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Carolina sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels...
And he breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Not a chance. Missed them. And here in the first quarter, we remain tied. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw, it's Shager. Quickly out to the tight end. And more yards after contact. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's McBride. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Going up top on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's Shager. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces. They force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's looking deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Third down is money down, and they were money. Great job getting the football to your playmaker. And then watch, after the catch, making the play, getting the big first down. Now you're set up in great position to go get 6 with a first and goal opportunity.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last one.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Feeling some heat. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Hines. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Shager. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now from inside the red zone. They've got the screen set up. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warriors! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Now the pitch. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pirates.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's McBride. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Shager. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Sims. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Shager. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coming out with it, it's right. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Dropping back, it's Hauser. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Quick strike complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it easy.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A fair catch called for and made. Offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's going to pass. Setting up the screen. Just plowing ahead. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Shager. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of a guy in that slot position.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warrior. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Finds his tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback keeper. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Final play of the quarter coming. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Hawaii 31, East Carolina 28.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Rainbow Warriors look to keep this drive humming. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
To the air, it's Shager. Got his man on the outside. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's McBride. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A first down run in the red zone. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And the defense drags him down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Harris. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. To throw, it's Hauser. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You've got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He can just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
We've seen this guy come up with some huge throws in this game, and already on the drive, he's thrown a couple of completions. He's got them in a rhythm. This team believes they're going to win this game because of this guy playing the quarterback position.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. The Pirates are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly.
When you have a leader like this guy, you've got a chance to win, and that's what you see right now. There's just a different energy in this offense trailing in his 2-minute situations. He's already thrown a couple of touchdowns. He's made some massive plays, and he's got the defense on their heels here late.
Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Hauser. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Third and seconds short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this to lock things up late. Between the uprights, it's good. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He's looking to throw it. Finds his back in the middle. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Wants to throw. It's Shager. Going up top. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw for it. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
East Carolina.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. The official says no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. So here comes our first play of overtime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch them napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got it in the middle. It's McBride. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking for a man. It's Shager. He finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They go to the draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
He's brought down at the 18. Second down.
The Rainbow Warriors are in the red zone. He wants to throw here on second down. It's complete to the right. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Hauser. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Let's see what they have on third down as they want to make sure they keep this in makeable field goal range. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up 1st and goal.
A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's 1st and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there. But it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Great. Yeah, right.
if you know Reese Davis, that is not happening. But we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.